What's going on, guys? We're back here again at Monk Spot, and as usual, I'm here to bring you NFL game day predictions. It's week 5 of the NFL, and there are no shortage of great games for us to look at. And to start things off, I'm here to bring you the Atlanta Falcons versus the Washington Redskins. The thing about this game is, and the key things that you will want to watch on Sunday, is the Atlanta Falcons offense against the Redskins defense. The Redskins defense is really going to show up on Sunday. They're ranked 10th in the league, and they're very stingy opposing great offenses. They only give up 288 yards a game versus the Falcons averaging 400 yards a game. The key to this game is that Matty Ice doesn't make the mistakes. He's been playing very great this season. He has a star wideout in Julio Jones and a great running back that can take it the distance in Devonta Freeman, who's already 7 touchdowns into the season. Here's one thing we need to look at for the Washington Redskins. The NFC is wide open. For the East, that is. The Dallas Cowboys have been suffering injuries with Dez Bryant and no Tony Romo. The Giants are still trying to find their identity on offense and defense. And the Philadelphia Eagles just can't seem to move the ball. Chip Kelly has a problem down there. But if the Redskins can manage to upset the Falcons this week, they could be sitting really well and become a new favorite to win that NFC East division. I'm looking for an upset here. I think the Redskins will take this game 23 to the Falcons 20. That defense is playing really good. We have Ryan Kerrigan there on that front end. He's going to be there to pressure Matty Ice all night. That Falcons offensive line, they've been playing well, but they're still pretty skeptical. Let's look at another matchup we have here with the Seattle Seahawks against the 4-0 Cincinnati Bengals. Here's the key thing you want to look at here. Seattle's defense, welcoming Cam Chancellor back after his 2-game holdout that ended recently, are ranked 3rd in the league. And they're also trying to get back to their winning ways. The 3rd ranked defense against the 4th ranked offense in the Bengals. Andy Dalton still has A.J. Green, Jeremy Hill, and Giovanni Bernard have been running the ball really well this season. Jeremy Hill having to take that backseat due to his fumble issues to Giovanni Bernard, and Giovanni has become that great workhorse. For the Seattle Seahawks, they have their offensive struggles with no Marshawn Lynch. They look to get back to those winning ways, as I said earlier. But for this game, the Seattle Seahawks could also upset the Cincinnati Bengals. How about this score? Seattle Seahawks 17, Cincinnati 14. Richard Sherman against A.J. Green. It's going to be one key matchup everybody's going to be looking at come Sunday. Let's move on to another game. We got Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos against the Oakland Raiders. The Oakland Raiders are an upstart team this season. They'll be going up against this 2nd-ranked secondary within the Denver Broncos. They have been playing really well. The only bad part about the Oakland Raiders is they're giving up 400 yards a game. That's bad considering they're going up against Peyton Manning with Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders at receiver. Those guys are playing as well as any tandem receiver in the league, and they're going to give the Raiders a lot of problems. Peyton Manning won't have too much of a hard time beating this young Raiders defense. I'm going Denver Broncos 30, Oakland Raiders 21. Let's take it to Lambeau Field, where we have the Green Bay Packers against the St. Louis Rams. Here's another upset we could be looking at. Yes, Aaron Rodgers is playing like an MVP again. He's moving that high-octane offense considering that they don't have Jordy Nelson. Randall Cobb and James Jones is also playing as well as any other tandem receiver in the league. But here's one thing we need to look at for the Rams. Todd Gurley came and rushed for 155 yards last week on about 20 carries. He looked very well. And if the Rams can manage to keep Aaron Rodgers' offense off the field, use that kind of time offense and ball control, Nick Foles can put up some points, which they should be able to do. They have the weapons to spread this Packers defense out. Tavon Austin has been looking pretty good this season. Like I said, that run game could be the deciding factor. Yes, the Packers defense is ranked 8th in the league. They're not going to yield too easily against a Rams offense that is still young and still trying to find that key way to move the ball. But I think as long as they can keep Aaron Rodgers off the field, the Rams should be able to take this game. But the Packers still win it. We're looking at Packers 36, Rams 21. Our last game we're going to be taking a look at is the San Diego Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Still no Ben Roethlisberger. As we know, he suffered that gruesome knee injury a couple of weeks ago. But Michael Vick is going to be heading this offense again this week. Yes, they suffered the loss last week, but the guy is still good enough to make plays. He's going up against a Chargers defense that gives up 24 points a game. And he's also backed by his own defense, ranked 8th in the league. Phillip Rivers, on the other hand, has been playing extremely well this season. He has a quarterback rating of about 105. That is very good amongst other quarterbacks in the league. He's completing 70% of his passes. And he's going up against a good Steelers defense, but he still should be able to make plays with his receiver, Keenan Allen, on deck. He also has Melvin Gordon and Danny Woodhead, two good running back options that he can use. Melvin Gordon has struggled to find the end zone this season. He hasn't scored any touchdowns yet, but that shouldn't be a problem. I think the Chargers are going to take this. Chargers 24, Steelers 20. Michael Vick just tries a little bit too hard to try to be the hero of the game. He is prone to making mistakes, and I think the Chargers defense can do enough to exploit that Steelers offense. That's all I have this week, guys, for Week 5 NFL Game Day matchup predictions. Catch me back here at Monk Spot next week for Week 6 Game Day predictions. It's Monk Spot, your new favorite place for everything NFL.